So there's a weird feeling that hits sometimes after a wrestling show, where everything moves, but underneath, you can tell things are quietly slipping. That's what SmackDown was this week. You had action, you had returns, you even had a little bit of chaos here and there, but underneath all that movement, some cracks are starting to show, and that could get a lot bigger if they're not careful heading into Backlash. Now, pacing wise, the show was fine. It didn't drag, it didn't feel like a chore to get through, and the matches kept coming. Segments had decent energy. Even Fraxium's debut had some life to it, but it also felt like the movement wasn't building to anything yet. It was just movement for movement's sake. You can feel when momentum is real though, and you can feel when it's a treadmill. On this show this week, it was a treadmill. Now, the biggest thing they pushed was Randy Orton stepping up to face John Cena at Backlash. And look, the match itself will probably be fine, but the way they set it up, not great. Cena once again felt weak. Another RKO, another layout job. It's pretty much getting old, especially when you're trying to sell this Cena heel turn still. Like Cena's like this dark force on SmackDown and Raw. He's the ruined wrestling guy. Right now, he just feels like another part-timer eating finishers with no real minutes left. Now, momentum-wise, SmackDown tried to stack the deck. Fraxium debuted against Los Garzas. Aleister Black showed up again. Jacob Fatu basically wrecking everybody, like Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, all laid out. On paper, that's momentum, but none of it connected back to anything bigger. No real hooks into Backlash yet. No clear stakes. It was just things happening in a vacuum. Cool moments, but no traction yet. Now, the second biggest moment was the TLC Tag Team title match with Street Profits, DIY, and Motor City Machine Guns. And credit where it's due, that match was great. Easily would have been the best match on either night of WrestleMania. Now, TLC is a cheat code when done right, and all three teams went off here. But the fact that WWE burned that match here on a random SmackDown instead of the biggest stage, that's honestly criminal. Now, character-wise, the cracks are deepening. Jade Cargill was supposed to be a game changer. Now, she's just another name floating in the women's division. And instead of doing something fresh with her, they're dragging yet again this Naomi versus Jade way past its expiration date. Jade has already got her revenge, not once, not twice, but 3 times. The third time being at Mania. So what else is there left to prove? It's just ridiculous at this point. Let it die. And then you got Bianca Belair. In my opinion, she should be the Women's World Champion right now. Period, point blank. Instead, she's stuck being a side character in this recycled Naomi Jade story, while also nursing broken fingers. It's not just a waste, it's a complete misfire on someone who should be leading SmackDown or Raw's women's division right now. And little decisions like this quietly kill momentum, and they don't realize it yet until it's too late. Production-wise, I thought the show was clean as always. WWE knows how to make a TV look polished, but you can feel the disconnect underneath. Cena getting laid out didn't get any kind of real heat they probably wanted. Jade didn't feel like a big deal when she confronted Stratton. And even Aleister Black's return felt more like, oh okay, then holy you know what. The production was sharp, but the energy just wasn't matching it. So tying it all back, SmackDown this week looked like momentum on the surface. But when you actually paid attention, it was basically a mirage. They're moving, yeah, but they're also bleeding credibility slowly. If they don't fix the perception problem now, Backlash is going to expose just how hollow this movement really is. And once fans realize they're being sold hype without real payoffs, it's hard to get them back in. But overall, SmackDown was fine this week. Fun spots, good matches, some decent energy. But the cracks underneath are very real and growing. WWE's walking a thin line right now between building excitement and losing trust. And if they slip, it's not just Backlash that's going to suffer. It's SmackDown's whole momentum heading into the summer.